Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Imaginary Engineering. This is Kirti. In this video, we are going to build simple chart application. This video is really gonna interesting. I'm using the Ollama for the chart interaction APIs. We are using the Ollama. So first, let me tell you what is the Ollama. For those who don't know, so Ollama is basically the tool that allows us to run the LLM model on your local machine. So you don't need to generate any API key. Then you don't need to send your data to any cloud server for processing. What you can do, you can install the Ollama. We will install the Ollama on your system, and then we can interact with the LLM AI models on our local machine. We will see how we can do this. First, I will create a simple React application, and then we will see the Ollama installation process. It's very easy. I will explain all the things step by step. So let's create. First, let me create the React project. So npm create shift at the rate latest enter project name. So I want this chart app, so it will take this folder as a project name. Use the React, then JavaScript, npm installed. Let's install all the dependencies and packages. In this installation process, I will show this Ollama documentation. So this is the GitHub page, official documentation. So here they have given the link for installation. If you are using the Mac OS, you can go click on this link. If you are using on a Windows, then go through this. If you are using the Linux, go and read this documentation. I'm using the Docker. They have the pre-built-in image for the Ollama, so I'm using the Docker. If your Docker is not installed on your machine, no issues. You can install that Ollama on your machine using this other way. So I'm using the Docker. And if you don't know that Docker, so it's very easy. Just install the Docker on your machine and then install the Ollama. Otherwise, you can follow this other ways. Then this is the run command, the Ollama run and Llama model. We need to pull that model from the Ollama registry. So these are the model libraries. Then we can create our own model file, create your own model. This is also possible. This is the command to pull the model from the Ollama registry, Ollama pull and model name here. They have used Llama 3.2. Then you can create your own model using this command. Create the model file and Ollama create model file. Give your model file name and path. If you want to remove the model, then this is the command. Copy model, then multi-line input shows the all the model Ollama list. It will show all the models. You can also stop the model. You can go through this documentation. They have mentioned all the things, and this is the REST API. You can call. So I'm using this API chart, REST API. So let's go back to our VS Code. Yeah, now dependencies been installed. First, I will create one file, src. I will create a new folder called components. Then inside this components, I will create a file, let's say home, and I will go to this app component. I will remove all the code and create a, I will go to my index.css file and I will remove all this default styling they have given, and I have keep my styling CSS file on notepad. I will copy this to save some time. I will use that code here. Don't worry, I will provide a source code in description. Go back to our home component. I'm removing this line and add a React element, then add a div and pass the class name chart box. if I go to the index.css, here you can see width I have given 100%, height 100%, display flex, align item center, justify content center. What I will do, I will run this and run it. It's running on port 5173. Let me open this side by side. Yeah, here you can see. Now go back to the home component. Inside this div, I will add another div. So div dot chart inner box. You can see this inner box. And then to store these messages, I will create a variable. Let's say const messages set messages function. We are using the useState. useState return the two things, variable and function, to update the value of that variable. So useState initial value I am passing array. Let's add some value for now. Let's add some static value for now. So this will be the object, and I am passing the role. Role is user, then content, let's say hello, then I'm passing the role assistant, content is okay. Now this is basically the array which contain the object, so user and its content. Inside this I will add a one more div for the messages, and we will iterate this messages list. First I will show for this chart inner box. I have given the width 900 pixel, height, background color, then text color, position relative, padding 20 pixel. Let's go back to the home and render this message. So messages dot map, say message, then inside I will pass the div. Let me close this div, and here simply we'll say message dot content, and here for the styling I'm passing the class name message dot row. Sorry, this will be in curly braces, message dot row. Now also I will pass the key, so it will be uniquely identify this element. I will pass the index. Let me pass the index here. Index, and then we will pass this index as a key. So this class name I have given message.role. So our message.role is user and assistant. If I go to the index.css, here you see this is our role, user and assistant. This user I have given the align cell as a end, and for this assistant I have given the align cell to the start. So this user message will come at a right side and this will be at the left side. So let's go to our home page, and then after this div, this message assistant, let me go to the CSS, and okay, A is small, so let me correct it. Here A is small. Yeah, now we can see the background color for this message assistant message also. Next I will add a input box. So div and provide a class input box. Then inside that I will add a input field. Type will be text. Then class name I will add. Then provide a class name input control. Then let me do some placeholder also. Placeholder type. Let's say type something thing. I will pass the value first. Will create a new state to hold this value. So const value. Let's say set value. Update this value. New state. Initial value will be empty string, and here I will pass this value, and then on change event we will say sorry not capital, and then we call the set value and update this value whenever we type e dot target dot value. So let me correct it. Okay, now it's good. So div we have this input field. Here you see this is the input field. I can type here, and to send our message we will add one icon. So let me go to this React icon. First we will install the React icon. npm install React icon. We will search for the icon, send, enter. So this icon I will use. Let me copy this import statement, paste it here, then copy this. After the input field I will add this icon. I will put this icon in one div. So let me add one div. Sorry. And inside this, I will copy this icon. Control X and copy. Then div, I will pass the class name. Send. Let me browse over the browser. Yeah. Now here you can see this icon, and we'll create a method. Let's say on click. So on click event. When user click on that icon, we'll call one method. Let's say send message. That send message function not yet created. So let me create a function. Const send message. Now inside this, what we will do? We will first I will create a new variable to store the new message. Message contain the role. Role is user, and content will be text that user has typed in this input field. And let me update the value. So we'll say set messages, and we will pass the first store all the old messages, and then we will pass our new message. That's it. If I say hi and click on this, nothing is happened. Let me check this display. Go to the console. Text is not defined. Okay, text not text. Sorry. Yeah, we will pass this value. Okay. Let me close this and hi. I will click on the same. Here you see hi. Mm, if so now next we will see this Ollama installation. I'm using the Docker, but if you don't have inner Docker installed on your machine, or if you don't want to use the Docker, so you can manually install. They have given these steps, they have given the link. Whatever your system type, you can operating system, you can go through this link and install the Ollama. So on my Windows machine, I will install the WSL. I will go open my WSL window, and here first I will show you Docker images. I have already have that Docker image Ollama, but in your machine maybe not. So I'm installing running the command again Docker pull, which is available in Docker hub. So Docker pull and image name enter. It start. It check if that it's available in locally. It just take it and image from the local. Otherwise, it will download the image from the Docker hub. So next we will run this container docker run -d detach mode. So it will run at the background. Pass the port 434 colon container port 11434. Then let's give some name to the container Ollama container, and then image name. Simply click on the enter. It say container is already used. Okay, let me remove that previous container. Remove forcefully. I am removing that. Df enter. Docker. No such a container. Df. Able to use the name. D5. Sorry, container name is D5. Let me correct it. Enter. Yeah. Now let's run that command again. Docker run -d. Enter. Now our container is running. If I show you Docker ps, here we see our container is running up 5 seconds. Image is Ollama, container name is Ollama container, and which is running on the port 11434. First I will show you. Let me go to the browser. Enter. Here you can see our Ollama is running on port 11434. I will go back. I will show you Docker logs. If you check the log 32, sorry, my bad, logs. So here are our logs. We just call this get API slash. If I go back and say API slash version, enter, sorry, version, spelling mistake, enter, it says version is 0.5.11. And if I go back here, Docker logs, here we just hit this 200, here this response. Now what we will do, we will go inside this container and install the Llama model Docker exec -it. Container ID is 32. Initial, that if even initial is 32 b1. Okay, few initials will be enough, and then slash bin slash bash enter. Now we are inside a container. First to pull image, we have the command. If I show you here in documentation, this is the command. Yeah, this one is a command docker pull and your model name. So here we'll add a command docker pull. I want to pull the tiny small image. So tiny model. So tiny llama. Enter. Sorry, not docker. Not docker. Sorry. We have to write Ollama. We are fetching the model from the Ollama registry. Sorry. and our model name is Tiny Llama. Enter. So you can see it start doing the file. It will take some time to install that model. Till this model install, what I will do, I will pause this video here and I will come back once that model is installed. So let's see Ollama list. It will show all the available model here. This one we just pull from Ollama registry. Now next what I will do, this is the a REST API. So I will copy this REST API and we will test it on Postman. So I will open the Postman. Here I will paste this and select the method post. Let's go back. Let me copy the payload also. I will copy this payload. Go to the Postman body. Click the JSON. Paste it here. And our model name is Tiny Llama. So Tiny. Yeah. Now click on send. Let's check if we get the response or not. It's taking time. Okay, we get the response, but if you see this response is every time we get the response word by word message the here content, see content, then the sky blue, we are getting the response word by word. Now what I want this all the response in a chunk, so I will pass this string false here. This API supporting this string, I will pass this string false, so we will get a response in a one chunk. It takes some time to generate a response. Yeah, now here you see we get all the content in one go. Now we will use this and generate a response. So let's go to VS Code. I'm using this Axios to call the API. So let me install this library npm I Axios. Enter. This send message will be our async function now, and then sorry, it's my mistake. Axios, import Axios from Axios. Post method will be called. Then pass this URL, copy and paste it here. Then payload will create a const, let's say payload object, and I will pass this payload object which we have sent in our Postman. I will copy this and paste it here. So let me paste it again. Yeah. Now for these messages, we will pass this content. We will remove this content and pass the value and rule is user. Okay. Model tiny llama string false. Everything is good. And pass this payload here. And when we get a response, once that problem is resolved and when we get a response, we'll say set messages. We will call First, we store all the previous message and the new message. We will get this new message if I open this postman. Inside the data, we have this message, role, and content. So this message we will response dot also data dot message. I will console log here also. One dot is missing, sorry. And if we get any error, so catch function will add error, simply console log that error. Now we are good to go. I'm removing this value, initial value, hard coded value that we have passed initially. Go back to our app, and here I will pass hi. Let me hello. How are you? And click on the same. Before that, I will open this inspect tab. Go to this network and click on this set. Here, message has sent, and here I get a reply. Hello there, I'm doing great. How about you? After we send the message, I will clear this text also. So let me clear this text. Set value. Okay. Then let me click on that. Here you see after we get the message reply. Here text box is empty. So this is basically our chart application. Using the React.js, and for the backend we are using the Ollama. So this Ollama is basically interact with the Llama model on your local machine. Here you see we don't need to generate any key. All things we have done, we just install the Ollama and run and interact the model on our local machine. So I hope you like this tutorial, small tutorial, and if you learn something new, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Imaginary Engineering. Thank you for watching. Bye.